Every single person gets the same 24 hours. One uses it to stay broke. One uses it to survive. One uses it to build a fortune. The difference is invisible until 10 years pass. In a kingdom where farmers worked from sunrise to sunset, there lived 3 brothers, Idris, Bashir, and Zahir. They inherited identical plots of land from their father. Same soil, same water access, same tools. 10 years later, Idris was poorer than when he started. Bashir was exactly where he began. Zahir owned 6 plots and hired others to farm them while he traveled. Same hours, same days, different understanding of what time actually does. Idris woke up each morning without a plan. He wandered his field and did whatever felt easiest. Some days he watered the crops. Some days he forgot. When neighbors invited him to the market, he went. When traveling merchants passed through, he stopped work to chat. When he felt tired, he rested. He was busy, always moving. But his movement had no direction. By evening, he could not point to a single thing that moved his farm forward. He harvested just enough to eat and sold the rest at whatever price the first buyer offered. No surplus, no savings, no progress. His time disappeared into tasks that felt productive but built nothing. Bashir ran his farm differently. He woke before dawn, worked until dark, never missed a day. He planted his seeds in perfect rows. He watered on schedule. He harvested efficiently. People respected him, called him disciplined, hardworking, but Bashir trapped himself. Every task on the farm required him personally. If he stopped working, the farm stopped producing. He traded his hours for crops. Those crops became money. That money became food and supplies, and the cycle repeated. 40 hours of work created 40 hours worth of harvest. 80 hours created 80 hours worth. He could not break past the ceiling of his own time. Year 5 looked identical to year 1 because his system never changed. His time converted to money, but it never multiplied. Zahir looked at his farm and asked a different question. How can this land produce crops without me standing in the field every single day? In the first year, he worked just like Bashir, planted, watered, harvested, but every evening he spent 1 hour doing something his brothers never did. He studied which crops gave the highest return for the least amount of daily maintenance. He watched which tasks actually mattered and which ones were just tradition. By year 2, he had cut 15 tasks from his routine that made 0 difference to his harvest. He redirected those hours into building a simple irrigation system using bamboo and gravity. It took 3 months of evening work to build out, but once finished, it watered his entire field without him touching a bucket. He freed 8 hours a week. Year 3, he hired a young worker for a percentage of the harvest, not because Zahir was lazy, because he realized his time was worth more spent finding better crop buyers and negotiating bulk prices than standing in a field doing work someone else could learn in 2 weeks. 8. The worker handled the daily tasks. Zahir spent his free time traveling to 3 nearby towns, studying their market prices, and locking in contracts with merchants who paid 20% more than the local buyers his brothers sold to. Same crops, higher returns. And Zahir was no longer required to be physically present for every step. By year 5, Zahir owned 3 plots. He had saved enough from his higher sale prices to buy land from families who were leaving the region. He hired 3 workers. Each one managed a field using the same system Zahir built. They planted what Zahir told them to plant. They sold to the buyers Zahir had already negotiated with. Zahir spent 4 hours a week checking on the farms and the rest of his time, either resting or looking for the next opportunity. Year 10, Idris was still wandering his single plot with no savings and no plan. Bashir was still working 14-hour days on his single plot, exhausted but unable to stop because stopping meant no income. Zahir had 6 plots, 12 workers, and spent most of his time managing relationships and systems instead of dirt. Same starting point, same hours in a day. 3 different ways of spending time. Here's what most people never see about their own hours. You're putting your time into one of 3 wallets right now, whether you know it or not. Wallet 1 is wasted time, scrolling, waiting, reacting, busy, but directionless. Tasks that feel like productivity, but create nothing you can point to a month later. This wallet always empties by the end of the day with nothing to show. Wallet 2 is traded time. You work, you get paid. You stop working, you stop getting paid. 1 hour in, it's 1 hour of value out. This wallet never grows because you are the ceiling. More effort just means more exhaustion.
Wallet 3 is multiplied time.
You spend hours now building something that works without you later, a system, a skill that earns while you sleep, a piece of work that pays you repeatedly. This wallet compounds because the value you created keeps working after you stop. Most people live in wallet 1 without realizing it. They think they are busy. They are. But busy does not mean building. People who escape wallet 1 usually get stuck in wallet 2. They trade time for money and feel proud because they are working hard. But hard work without leverage is just a faster treadmill. The people who reach wallet 3 do not work less. They work on different things. They spend time building systems that free up time. Then they use that freed time to build more systems. The loop feeds itself. Check where your last 40 hours went. How many hours disappeared into distractions that left nothing behind? How many hours were a straight trade for money that stops the second you stop? How many hours were spent building something that keeps producing after the work is done? Most people have 40 hours in wallet 1, 8 in wallet 2, 0 in wallet 3. Flip that. Minimize wallet 1. Do what needs to be done in wallet 2 to survive. But dedicate at least 5 hours a week to wallet 3. Build something. Automate something. Create something that works without you. 5 hours a week is 20 hours a month. 240 hours a year. In year 1, those hours feel small. In year 3, they've created a system that saves you 10 hours a week. In year 5, that system is generating income while you sleep. Start this week. Pick one repetitive task you do manually. Spend 3 hours building a way to automate it or delegate it. A template, process, a script, something that removes you from the loop. Month 1 feels slow. Month 6, you see the time coming back. Year 2, the compounding becomes visible. Year 5, you are living in a different structure than the people around you. Idris wasted his hours. Bashir traded his hours. Sahir multiplied his hours. Same days, different decades. Your time is going into one of the 3 wallets right now. Which one? Subscribe for more wealth parables.